A Melbourne suburban football club, Aussie rules style, that's what this one is, has released a statement to say it is extremely saddened, quote unquote, after senior players were filmed performing a public sex act during Mad Monday celebrations.
You are the boss. There it is. Hell yeah, boss.
Oh, hey.
Oh, yeah.
Good morning and welcome to episode 1026 of Hard Factor. It is finally Friday, August 26th, 2022. Thank you for cheating on the news with us all week long. Finally made it to the weekend. And today, it is a cocky cup of coffee in the big time to start things off. Hopefully cocky enough to make the macho man proud. In his
Would you say it's a bukkake cup of coffee?
Yeah.
It's a bukkake.
It's going to get sticky inside this cup of coffee in the big time. On deck, we've got a Dirty Dog Roundup with Mark.
Yeah, that's pretty cocky as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a cocky episode.
Uh-huh.
I'm pretty sure the end's got some cockiness to it, too. Wes has a deep dive on Canada wanting to kill you in the TikTok International moment, going third.
That's right. It's a dark one. It's it's appalling.
Really?
Why the hell okay, we'll find out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm excited to find out. I mean, the Canadians are always... They're so nice, but then you can tell something's going on behind.
Yeah,
the
they got
scenes.
some dark stuff.
Are they
going
too
on.
nice is the question.
Right.
Well,
It seems to be.
never
You know what they have, the Canadians, in my opinion, is my parents used to live in Minnesota. They used to tell me this. People are different in Minnesota. Like if someone's broken down on the side of the road, no matter what, everyone stops, because if you don't look after your neighbor, you die in the cold. And I think Canada has a bit of that countrywide.
Sure. I get that, but you know what they say, keep your friends close and your enemies closer, and what's closer to the US than Canada?
Mexico.
Yeah, we already kind of have our thing with them with the border and stuff. I feel like Canada's the one that's secretly mad at us.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, everybody's secretly mad at us.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Pat's got the high five to close this week out. Put a stamp on it.
You're going to like it. It's exciting. A ton of media in there. We're talking about some stories, some Amish stuff.
Yes.
Some sex.
Yes, I know the one that people.
Some really cutting comments.
Pat,
Some propaganda.
Did you lure Bob Apps out of retirement?
Robert Apps is not in today's high five,
You hear that?
unfortunately.
Bob Apps?
He's over at a Chili's somewhere.
Has Dan the Man 123 321 Dan the Man come back? He was a pretty frequent comment.
He's not here today either, but don't fret, guys. It's strong.
Okay, yeah. I mean, Facebook always brings it with the comments.
It's strong and it's brief.
Also,
Ooh,
Big
look at
Ounce,
that.
we need a bee update and a Chicago update. If you want.
How many bees you
Yeah.
killed this season, Big Ounce?
Staying alive out there in Chicago. Hopefully, everybody is. 'Cause
How's beekeeping in the frigid Chicago?
yeah, let us know, Big Ounce. All right, you guys ready to do the news?
Yeah, let's do
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Let's do it. Cup of coffee in the big time is up first.
Yeah, cup of coffee in the big time.
Trending news. But first, I'm going to let the joke of the day thread build in the Discord server. I feel like there's some strong submissions already, but for Monday's show, it's just going to be such a selection.
Fair.
Like
Blow your socks
a
off.
beat. You're going to let the beat drop.
It's going to be a joke bukkake to continue the theme from earlier. So instead of the joke of the day, I'm going to go with a fun fact. This one is from listener Connor Crawford. And it turns out that a sightseer in Monterey Bay, California, caught the infamous orca from pod CA51 that we talked about last week. Remember Orion?
Yeah,
He was
King
showing
Cock,
off.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Remember that?
Why would you get anywhere near that thing?
How could I forget?
How could you forget?
It's been in both my dreams and my nightmares.
Caught it with what?
It's impressive. In his pod,
3 hands.
CA51. Yeah.
Three.
The only orca with a leg, Orion. So his pod CA51, they were caught off the coast of Monterey Bay, and that's when the photographers got that incredibly viral picture of his giant hog that he had erect when he was breaching the water, jumping out of the water. Turns out a sightseer was also at Monterey Bay that day, got it on video, same time. So here it is, guys. Here's Orion showing off in video.
Good Lord.
Look at that thing. I mean, just check it out. It's jiggling. I mean, that boner.
Jesus, Orion.
It's impressive. It's like half his length and just like shaking like a
stiff as a board.
No question.
Mast or something. Yeah.
No question which direction north is in that video. You know what I mean?
Oh, he's showing you.
Oh my God, he's weighed down. He could have jumped higher, but his cock.
It's like
Drinking gourd.
it's like an orca haka.
Yeah,
It is. It's a lot like that, Wes. Look at what I want to really notice, you guys, is the jiggly tip. It's got like these little like tips on it. You see that?
It's like a pylon.
Yeah. Are those barnacles?
I don't know.
It's got its own barnacles.
It could direct traffic.
it looks like it could break.
Yeah.
It's so stiff. Yeah,
It could break. It could break you, Orion's cock. It just won't stop coming back. And like literally now, when you look up orca on any social media, it's just the first picture is Orion with his giant.
Oh
arm.
man, I haven't gotten one in a while. I'm
was
gonna
doing
see if I can get it.
yeah.
I'm gonna see if I can get orionscock.com.
Just work. Oh yeah.
Ooh,
It's been a while.
Orion's cock. That's
By the way,
gonna be valuable one day.
By the way, we gotta do some spring cleaning because you should
Might
see
be
my
the best one
GoDaddy
yet.
bill, and it is bad.
Oh,
dry,
yeah, it
wet
gets up
butt,
Pat,
dry, wet
focus.
bar.
We gotta get this.
I'm sorry.
It's up there. Orion's
What am I
cock
doing?
is gonna be
Okay.
huge though. That's a big one. That's a big one.
This is our best idea.
This one I have some faith in.
How is Orion's? I like how GoDaddy tells you this could be the start of ORION's cock.
Yeah.
.com is available.
Ooh, let's snag.
And
that.
it's ours.
It's art. Beautiful.
Damn.
Okay. That's
just
big.
gonna be pictures of. Just put one picture up now of.
Well,
of that
the
video.
one that needs to go up, and
Yeah.
then later on
placeholder. Site under construction.
The boys are busy. We've got our hands full.
Domain name protection? I don't think so.
No.
Orion's cock will protect us.
Yeah.
The ultimate protector. Okay. That was big, Pat. Thank you for securing that URL. Now, 3 big updates real quick. First, Dennis Rodman. He's not going to go to Russia after all. He clarified this time to ABC News after telling NBC News last week that he was going over there to help that girl. But then Ned Price from the State Department came out this week poo-pooing it, saying like, it should be all by the book, blah, blah, blah. And then Rodman then changed the story, let the news know that he's out. So
I think he heard
seems
our
like
podcast.
an unforced error from the State Department here for me. Like, why don't you just let Rodman go? Like,
No, I think what happened was like Kim Jong-un called Rodman. He's like, you don't want to go.
Vlad's
They won't-
really pissed.
They won't be nice to you like I am. Yeah.
Maybe so. But the State Department, at least in the public eye, is the ones who shut it down. Chet Holmgren is done for the season, as Mark and Wes predicted correctly yesterday. That foot of his is just way too long, and it could not
tough.
take the heat of an NBA season, preseason. Greg,
Is that devastating or is that just disappointing?
It's
it's
devastating.
devastating.
He was number 2 pick. He looked great in the summer league. He was supposed to be a franchise player.
It's
for
like
OKC.
Zion's injury kind
Well,
of.
no, you know what it is like that Will brought up offline.
Greg Oden.
It's exactly like Greg Oden, who came out of Ohio State, the number 1 overall pick, 7 foot, whatever.
We hit all the other
Monster.
big guys but him yesterday. He's the one who's the most
He's
likely.
the exact same foot injury. It's like Yao Ming later in his career, but this is not good. Not good at all.
Yeah.
Shit, man.
They should
Lots
just
of
put
prayers.
screws in his foot right now. You know what I mean? Just
They
Just
should
gotta do something.
Just chop his foot off. He's done. Just chop his foot
well, I
off.
know,
Also,
but
like-
the only way he's going to survive is if they put metal in there. Both
I don't think
feet.
he's going to play much in the NBA.
Yeah, strap him together, Wes. I agree. No, make him a cyborg and then
Yeah.
put him on steroids. Get him to thick out while make him eat a ton of ice cream while he sits there recovering. Make him get like fat and big, and then make him give him steroids and metal ankles, metal feet.
At this point, I think over under 50 NBA starts for Chet Holmgren in his career.
Right, but if he goes with the steroids
half
and
a
metal
season.
feet option, he might up his chances. Okay, the biggest of the 3 updates I got for you, the last one. Ghislaine Maxwell is being sued by her lawyers for $878,000 in unpaid legal fees that she owes them for
She
this
couldn't
entire
pony
trial.
up.
No. Her family paid $147,000 or $43,000 of the bill. That leaves $878,000 unpaid. No word on if she will ever pay it to them. Meanwhile, Ghislaine Maxwell is at the women's prison in Florida that offers daily yoga classes and has probably never even been asked for the Epstein client list by the federal government. So,
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
that's weird.
that's solid,
weird.
right?
That's
solid
really
work
weird.
there, huh? Right?
Yeah. When the lawyers asked for the money, she said, then when they're like, why aren't you giving us the money? She's like, I'm Ghislaine Maxwell. What did you expect? Like,
Right.
Yeah.
It's pretty strange what's going on with old Ghislaine over there at her minimum security prison. Okay, now
sucks.
let's go over to sports. Aaron Donald got in a fight at the Bengals shared camp practice, and this picture of him holding two Bengals helmets was the result of the fight. Describe to the listeners, I mean, just how alpha he looks in this photograph.
Yeah, so number 99, Aaron Donald.
He's the best in the league, right? Still?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh,
Best
yeah.
defensive lineman. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's the guy that trains with kitchen knives, like he swims, doing swim moves on kitchen knives. He's got two Bengals. He's doing like a Hulk Hogan flex pose, and he's got two Bengals helmets in either fist that he's flexing on him with.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
He also looks like he's wearing a diaper, but we'll get
Well, he probably shits his pants every
that's
practice.
man
Concussion
sweat.
protocol.
Yeah, that's man sweat and purposely shitting his pants. Yeah, to
Yeah, I think he
intimidate
might
people.
shit his pants on purpose.
I'm
Yeah,
not going to tell him that, but
you don't.
you look like you're wearing a diaper, Aaron.
That might be why he got in the fight, Wes. So
Yeah.
before that picture,
Diaper boy.
he was slamming those helmets onto Bengals players, and then So
I wouldn't mess with them.
no, it was I mean, I'm very excited to follow the NFL season without using any of their products.
Yeah,
So.
that's fair.
Yeah.
I'm
Try
with
not
you.
give-
I won't buy any of their
Try not to give a
products either.
cent to Goodell or Snyder, but still watch every game.
it's gonna be so
Okay.
good.
Speaking of sports, the Cock Commander trended all day on Thursday. You guys might think, Cock Commander, that's a weird one to trend all day. It is.
Orion?
Right. You'd think it was because
Yeah,
of
what
Orion.
is it?
No, because it was University of South Carolina's live mascot named Sir Big Spur. Here he is. You guys have seen him before, I'm sure. Has a little
Gamecocks,
goal
right?
post. Yeah. The
Yeah, that's
Gamecocks,
South
yeah.
Carolina. Yeah.
South Carolina. Sir Big Spur. There's their live mascot, the Gamecock, Sir Big Spur. And they announced that they're going to get a new live mascot. And for some reason, it has to have a different name. And they're going to announce it on September 3rd. It's a very confusing, like Gamecock versus Rooster, traditional Rooster jargon. It's like chicken jargon, the reason that they're renaming it. But
Farmers
basically-
get involved in this?
yeah, but chicken people are getting involved.
Yeah,
And that's-
chicken people
So,
get-
so, anyways, the name Cock Commander was included on the poll by the state newspaper because it had its origins in the old University of South Carolina newspaper, the Gamecock. Okay, so that's why Cock Commander trended all day, because it was one of the options. Here is the whole poll. I participated in it. It says from the state, what new name should USC give the live mascot Rooster? First option, General. Second, Cock Commander. Third, Captain Cluck. Fourth, Cluck Norris. Fifth, Mr. Chicken Scratch. Sixth, Coop or Cooper. Seventh, Kickin' Chicken. Eighth, Brewster. Ninth, Marco Polo or Pollo. Okay. And 10th,
Oh,
Cock
yeah.
Doodle Dude.
They're going to pick Brewster or Coop, I guarantee it.
Wes.
Cock Commander
Cock Commander's
has my
gotta
The
be
vote.
the lead.
the results were pretty unanimous. Cock Commander,
Yeah.
79%, also got my vote. Cluck Norris was in second place.
Yeah, that's
some
the
great-
internet. Bunch of morons.
Yeah.
No, Cock
Is this a legally binding poll?
Yeah, no.
Cock
It's not.
Commanders. It's not what. It's not Pat. Sorry.
Now, remember when that one college picked the Star Wars mascot
Yeah.
and they unanimous, like it was definitely supposed to be that, but then they backtracked and they're like, we're going with a knight.
It should have been Commander, whatever his name is. Also, Salty Life 16 has a great suggestion here to the poll. He says, the big cock. I think that's a good one. Also, Cocky McCockface was another one. Student stuff would be good as the commenters there.
I like that. Hey, real quick, not to interrupt, but just take a look, boys.
Oh, coming soon,
Orion.
spelled
Yeah.
correctly.
So you can go right to orionscock.com. And there's the landing page.
Well, and plus, Pat, we have the live video now too. So I'll get you that.
I'll get
file
that up.
after the
I
show.
can only
Slap
do
that
so
up
many
and
things.
No, I know.
Job
Pat,
done,
thank you.
you know?
Thank you. I'm saying we'll keep improving it. We'll keep.
Oh, I
putting
like
more,
that a lot.
More.
No, I know what you're saying. Really, I know what you're saying.
Pat, well, what we're going to need is a hit counter because that thing's going to get some hits.
You're right. You're absolutely right. And that's actually, it's funny you say that, Mark, because that's an option they have ready to go on the
Nice.
GoDaddy
Perfect.
Just roll up a hit
amateur
counter.
website template counter.
What I
added.
would encourage the listeners to do is anytime you want to prank somebody now, just send them to orionscock.com.
Yeah.
But you do like a bit.ly so they can't tell what link you're sending.
Remember we used to
Like LeBron exclamation point, and it's orionscock.com.
Can you
know?
describe the website we used to do that to people for?
Meat
spin?
Yeah. Well, I preferred bigdickbitch.com.
That was
than
good
meat
too.
spin.
Big dick bitch is amazing.
Yeah, she was like, "Come on in." She was like a
Come
real
on
estate agent. Yeah, bigdickbitch.com.
What is that?
It was like a trolling website. It was hilarious.
Yeah, it was a guy.
It was a lot like
it was a
Mr.
lady with a big dong, and she
said, "Come on
invited
in."
you into her mansion, but when she opened the door, she was naked with a big dick, and she goes, "bigdickbitch.com."
she did like a
but we
window
also did
with
that
it.
with meat spin, which was just a penis spinning, and it would count how many times you saw it spinning. So you're
So
like,
we
wait,
got- yeah,
if
so
you
we
got to
gotta get
7, you
the-
were so gay.
So
Like,
once we get the graphic up there, maybe we can get a counter on how many times people watch Orion's cock jiggle in the wind. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, that'd be good. Okay. Lots more to come at orionscock.com.
Stay
You know what I
tuned.
mean.
We're excited.
Pun intended. Okay, which brings us to, man, another sticky one. A brief political one before the cream of the crop. The White House was busy on Thursday tweeting Republican representatives, senators and representatives who took PPP loan forgiveness out when they were upset about the student debt relief. So that was, the White House saying, well, you took this tax money, so how can you get mad at other people for taking that tax money? I, for one, hate all the new taxes that all these things create, but hey, fuck me, right? Anyway, the White House was also busy on Thursday trying to actively ignore the trending story about Florida partners in crime, Amy Harris and Robert Kurlander. You see them right there.
He looks suspicious.
He is very suspicious. She is a party girl and a trickster. You can tell from that photograph.
He looks like he's like the on the outer fringe of the Southern Charm crew.
Right.
Way out of fringe.
Just
way
missed
out
the
of
cut.
fringe.
Way out
Yeah,
of fringe.
yeah,
He looks like you got to tell me when you're about to take the picture. Okay, you about to take it?
He's the guy you come to. I mean, look at him and you can tell exactly why Amy went to him. They admitted to selling Ashley Biden's stolen diary to Project Veritas for $40,000. So Ashley Biden is President Biden's 41-year-old daughter. There she is.
I didn't even know he had a daughter, honestly.
Good
That was
looking.
He had
news
an
to me.
attractive daughter.
Yeah, good look.
Yeah, so it's Dr. Jill's eldest daughter.
Now I know
with
why I
Jill,
shower.
think.
I'm just kidding. That's messed up.
With Joe or no?
With Joe. But Mark brings up a valid point for later in this segment here. So she was moving out of a friend's Delray Beach, Florida home in 2020, and she stored tax documents, her diary, and other belongings in that room that she was staying in, but she left it there when she moved out. She said she stored it there or whatever. Amy Harris, that tricky little party girl you saw right there, moves in to the same room.
She's calling someone. She's like, I got the fucking diary.
Yeah, she calls Robert right away. You see what I'm saying? Robert is the guy you would call. He's like,
I'll
a little
go in there and get
sleuthy.
it.
Hey, I know what to do with the stolen diary.
Did you say
diary?
$1,000 for that?
Did you say break in a home and get a diary?
Have you touched it? Are you gloved?
It's probably worth millions.
Stay there.
We'll get
Always
40K
bring your
for it.
latex. Yeah. So Robert, she naturally she called Robert there, and then they, whatever they ended up selling it to Project Veritas over a long thing. They're like, they were, the feds have now investigated them. They've pled guilty to it to selling what wasn't their property, right? And so the diary is dark and extremely personal. Not great for the Bidens if the images that have been leaked of it are real. So very sorry to Ashley Biden and that this is happening to her. But it seems like her and the taxpayers really took some big L's there inside the West Wing this week.
Yeah, but let's just touch on one of the things that was in the diary, and that's that she claims that possibly
Don't put it up.
she showered with Joe when she was young, and it was
She said it was inappropriate.
seemed inappropriate
To her, yes.
Yeah, and I was saying, like, look, once you reach shower age,
Yeah, you got to be real careful with that's. Got to be verified. You got to be real careful with that.
We don't know yet.
Well,
we don't
allegedly,
know yet.
Hey, and I'll take the L. I'll take the L on the Trump P tape. I wanted that to be correct so badly.
Oh yeah,
And,
that was just a whole hoax.
right.
Yeah.
Well, and you never know. You never know. Could be a hoax as well.
Yeah,
You
the
never
Biden,
know.
Hunter's
The fact
laptop
they've
was fake.
fled-
And
Hunter's laptop wasn't fake, but how they got it, that's what was
I
concerning.
think this is probably real. It's just, more bad personal information leaking for the Bidens, unfortunately, for the first family.
Seems like a tough household to grow up in. That
Yeah, it
household.
really does. Seemed like there was a lot of trauma there.
Yeah.
But
Like being
Mark,
Andy Reid's son.
yeah, similar. A
you
lot.
get Hunter.
Yeah, she was dealing with a lot. If you read those leaked pages. Anyways, they say, fellas, it's always darkest before the dawn, which brings us to
The cream of the crop!
Nice.
a much more fun story. I promise you. Melbourne. That's apparently so. Melbourne, Australia. It's spelled Melbourne. Shout out down onto Dick. He in the Discord says they say Melbourne.
Wow.
So it's
They
spelled
skipped
Melbourne.
they skipped 2 letters.
Melbourne.
Yeah.
Born turns into BIN.
Okay.
Yeah. So a Melbourne suburban football club, Aussie rules style, that's what this one is, has released a statement to say it is extremely saddened, quote unquote, after senior players were filmed performing a public sex act during Mad Monday celebrations. And so you might think like, okay, it's Aussie Rules Football Club. Like, maybe they got caught like banging a fan in the back alley of a bar or something, right?
I mean, they're seniors after all. It's their
Senior
senior
players.
year.
a little blowjob.
Yeah. And this is like, I think like a semi-pro football club, Pat. So
Right.
they're men.
They
They're
got
men
fans.
who are, they've got cars. They could get caught in the parking lot, something like that. Okay. That's what you might think.
Yeah.
was
Right.
Wrong. It was actually 2 players in the middle of the bar. One was sucking the other off while the entire rest of the team watched and cheered because the sucker of the dick lost a bet to the suckee during their day drinking event called Mad Monday in Melbourne.
That's a risky bet.
That's just boys being boys.
Well, yeah, it's who hasn't?
It's just boys' days.
They just
Just stakes kept building. Things got out of hand.
straight in and it just ended in a total bust down. In the
I
middle of the
honored
bar.
my bets, mate.
Yeah,
New
you got to
fantasy
bet.
football prank. The loser has to do this to the winner of the fantasy football league.
Oh, wouldn't it be
Shake
weird?
on it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be weird if
We both lost.
yeah.
Here, 69.
Yeah. The teammates may have learned something new
Oh
about
my
them
God.
that day,
It's a tie.
or maybe not.
You know, it'd be the best punishment. I mean, this is crazy. You guys aren't crazy, are you? You guys aren't ready to get crazy, are you?
Same punishment
Right.
as last week.
Yeah,
They're like
those-
high-fiving him. That was hilarious.
Well, the one guy watching real close is like he's into it. That's
Well, he's just a referee.
that
can't
trio
believe it.
loves that bet, and
He wants to
apparently,
make sure it's done correct.
oh, he's
to
got to see
completion.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, Mark. Apparently, the pair went until completion in front of everybody, and then they
No.
just dusted
That's a
their
bit
hands
strange.
off. Dusted the hands off and loaded it straight to social media like it was nothing.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Made him come.
Okay, now upload it.
busted him down, took the nut,
All right,
then
loser has to
uploaded
upload it too.
to social media on Mad Monday in Melbourne.
Loser has to make me come.
right.
Loser has to make it with their mouth.
Yeah.
And then so now, they probably thought nothing of it. They're all blacked out. Now it's international news. And
That's
the
amazing.
club says that they will punish the players, but they have not identified them yet.
For what? Honestly, for what?
No, I mean, you got to let them just boys be boys on
He's
this
got
one.
let
They
this
did nothing
two,
wrong.
Two
Yeah.
hetero dudes blowing each other for a bet. I don't see where in the rule book you can be
thought it
able
was
to
in
point to.
public.
Oh, yeah, they're so hetero. Oh, yeah, the Glen Waverly Club is saying that they're going to.
Probably.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So straight. Yeah, no, those guys love dick. And if their teammates didn't know that before that day, now they definitely do. Good for them, though. I don't know what is against the law besides posting it to social media, probably. This is also on the heels of the Gold Coast Titan National Rugby League player Kevin Proctor. He got fired for ripping his weed vape at halftime earlier this month.
A little more tame that
A
one.
little more tame, but people were fucking pissed about that. I think it's clear at this point the extremely restrictive COVID lockdowns in Australia have only made them much, much crazier.
Yeah, they're blowing each other. Yeah.
In the middle of bars.
Yeah.
I was trying to watch that video earlier.
They
but
lost
it. It didn't load on my phone. Is there
Gone
deniability?
completely bananas in Australia.
What? And why'd you suck his dick?
It was
I
bet,
lost
Mike.
the bet.
Lost
Yeah.
the bet. So I had
Fair.
to suck his
Fair
dick in the middle of the
Fair
bar.
and Square.
Ain't you ever made a wager, mate?
Well, you've done.
Yeah. I'm a man of my word.
Fazzy squazzy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what's happening down under. And that's
Damn.
today's cup of coffee in the big time.
Those guys. Okay. That's it. Those guys could have made it to my story about the hound dogs because those guys are hound dogs.
A little bit past the cinta, mate.
Yeah.
Go past the cinta.
Do you think the guy on the bottom was dedicated? Do you think he stuck a finger in the asshole? Because he was really in there.
Sure, why not?
The guy on his knees was all about it.
I mean, Will, you
So
know
was the
better
guy
than
getting it, too.
anyone.
Oh yeah,
got
the
the
guy
shirt.
getting it was the guy watching. The whole thing is amazing. I
But
mean, like,
gay play happens on contact sports, right? It always has.
No.
a little bit
Not
of
really.
hoo-hoo.
not to this
nearly
extent.
to
No,
that
not
extent.
no. This is damn. Those dudes really are like that's way beyond play. That's just they're fucking in the bar.
Yeah.
Do you think the
they
coach
do
was
that
proud
after-
because they
do
really
that
came
off-
together as a team?
Came
No.
together. Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure he's proud of those two for finding themselves.
No, I don't
If
think
they
he was
thought
proud.
they were straight before that night, oh man, they really found out a lot about themselves.
I want you
I don't
boys to be
think either
so
of them-
close.
I don't think either of the guys that made the bet to blow each other thought they were straight. But that takes us
Probably
to
not.
the hound dog corner, and it is
Living on the edge of a lightning bolt, and I do not apologize for that.
yeah, it's a lightning round. We got a lot of hound dogs we have to get to here. First up, Buzz, your girlfriend, woof. That's Kevin McAllister, who dirty dogged his dirty dog older brother Buzz with that comment in Home Alone, and 30 years later, real life Buzz, Darren Ratley, Darren is that his name?
Rattray.
Darren Rattray.
Devin
Rattray.
Rattray.
Devin Rattray is now
Rattray.
Rattray is now accused of rape one. First degree rape on the heels of that domestic violence incident we covered recently as well. So Rattray is back in the news. Not good, Buzz. Right?
You know, Buzz is. They had to get Rattray in drag because they felt too bad about casting an ugly girl for Buzz's girlfriend. So it's Rattray.
Yeah.
Just a girl version of Rattray.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah. Well, it's also going to be pretty awkward watching Home Alone 1 and 2 3 times every winter if this guy's convicted of drugging and raping Lisa Smith, a friend of 15 years who said one night in September 2017, Buzz drugged her in his Manhattan apartment and she woke up paralyzed to him inside of her and was not able to
man.
move fully until she couldn't even move her body fully until 2 p.m. the next day when Buzz was like, "Good morning," sarcastically because it was the afternoon and he had to pretend like he hadn't raped her. So he had to like play along, like, "Hey, sunshine," that type of thing.
Jesus.
Yeah. Oof.
Solid 30-year run Home Alone had.
Yeah, that sucks, right? Buzz has not been charged yet. The police are still investigating. Smith did file a report back in 2017, so this isn't like she's coming out with it now. But it might have been around Christmas time, like the domestic abuse claim on December 22nd of this past year that did not result in an arrest, and that's because Buzz gets away with a lot during the holidays, right? Like,
It's his season.
yeah.
True.
It's December 22nd, domestic violence on Buzz. I don't fucking think so.
Buzz is the king of December.
I don't think so. That's dropped. But I mean, come on, Buzz. Let's hopefully it's not true on the rape one, but tone it down a bit there, hound dog. Right?
Well, yeah, you guys got to see
man.
what the courts say, but that's a bad accusation.
Yeah.
That's
You got to wonder why someone would make that
Cosby
act.
accusation.
You know, it's not like Buzz has a lot of
Cosby.
cash.
Yeah, it's a Cosby. Yeah, that's not good. She said there was one other couple there, and she woke up and they were gone. And he was, okay, next up, another hound dog that is not only getting away with it, but is being rewarded. And that's Lieutenant Mark Hayes, Mark with a C of Philadelphia. So, it's already off. He was
What did this piece of shit do, Mark?
Exactly. He was reinstated with 2 years back pay after being fired a few years ago for sending a video of a woman getting fucked by a dog to his 2 female supervisors.
They had to see it.
Yeah, that's about as hound dog as you can get. He even used a literal dog in his hound doggery. Ow, ow is what he titled the MP4. What he said.
So what? How did this happen?
So he found a video of a woman having sex with a dog, bestiality. He thought it was funny to send it to his female bosses.
You know who'd like this?
They
Yeah.
were like, okay, or you're fired.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. But instantly, Will. But it turns out a couple years later, an arbitrator, David J. Riley, ruled in favor of Marquez. Riley was hired by Commissioner Danielle Outlaw, who was hired to replace Commissioner Richard Ross in 2019, who made national news when he was forced to immediately resign for not acting on internal cases of sexual harassment in the Philadelphia police force. Ross was letting bestiality videos and groping sessions fly left and right, so he got nationally panned and had to quit because everyone was, assaulting each other in the Philadelphia police force. And now, a couple of years later, the new commissioner hires an arbitrator, and David Riley watches the video Marquez sent, and he said, okay, yes, technically this is as graphic a video as I've ever seen, but it's only strike that I know of, so let's rehire him and give him 2 years back pay that he missed.
Yeah, it's not like it's two Australian rules football guys sucking each other's dicks at the bar, you know?
So he made like $100,000. He got $100,000 and his job back.
It's one of the best things he ever did.
Everybody who's gone after the Aussies are making them look like saints.
Yeah, no shit.
It could be worse, you know?
It turns out they're
This guy got 2 years free pay.
Exactly, because he was probably doing something else to make money in the interim, so he got...
Oh, he was like playing golf. He was just fucking off.
2 years free pay.
Oh, honey, I still can't find a job. Oh, fuck. Oh, no. And then he goes and cracks a beer.
That's right. They went through the rule books, and technically there's not a zero tolerance bestiality video sharing policy per se in the Philadelphia police force, so he was rehired. Ow, Marquez. Yeah. Ow, the arbitrator, Riley. Ow, Commissioners Outlaw and Ross and the entire Philadelphia police force that's assaulting each other. Wow.
Well, and people wonder why, right? Like, so there's always like this, like, because like the police unions, like, why do they have so much power and all the ebbs and flows of police? But like, as you can see right now, the police shortage is going to cause people getting accepted
whatever you
back.
Want.
Yeah, exactly. So like, everybody's like, well, how does it happen? It's like, it's not a fucking mystery. It's just like they get treated like shit, and then there's not enough of them, and then they're allowed to do whatever they want when you have to re-recruit them.
Yeah. It's like,
and then there's also being a female
cycle. Yeah,
it's like when they need bodies in the military and they're like assaulting. Yeah, exactly. They needed Marquez back. All right.
I thought it was one of the worst things that I ever did, and turns out it was one of the best things that ever happened to me.
Yeah, lesson not learned, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that funny?
When him telling his grandkids that story is going to be amazing.
Yeah, what's the moral of that story, Gramps?
Not great.
Is that
do
a
whatever
fable?
the fuck you want, kids. Send out as many bestiality videos as you like. Have a good time in life.
Yeah. It all worked out.
That's fucked up. If you think about it, that's super fucked up because you know he's gonna be telling that story as a lesson.
Careful if you see an incoming text from Mark Hayes, police force people. It's he's probably
hate to quote Trump,
there.
But bad things happen in Philadelphia. Definitely appropriate at the end of that one.
Yeah, that's a bad one for Philly. Next up is some hound dogs allegedly swatted hound dogette Marjorie Taylor Greene twice in a 2-day period earlier this week. Twice.
Is that I
think you just mean dog.
Right.
Hound dog. Well, yeah. MTG tweeted. Swatted again yesterday.
Right.
Like by gamers.
Yes.
Yeah.
People that hate her. Yeah. There's a police report on the first one. According to the Rome Police Department, officers responded to a call shortly after 1 a.m. on Wednesday, the first SWAT, at 1 a.m. in the morning, claiming that someone had been shot multiple times at Greene's home. So they went over there and barged in. Police also said in a follow-up call that same suspect used a computer-generated voice to say, we are upset about Mrs. Greene's political views on transgender youth rights, and we have got you. Like, we swatted her. Like, they basically copped up to it.
They claimed the swatting. Okay.
Correct. And then apparently on Thursday morning, someone may have called in a suicide tip to the suicide hotline saying someone in MTG's house was going to kill themselves. So the cops may have busted down her door a second day in a row on Thursday morning. Ow. I mean, MTG's the worst, but swatting, come on, stop. Give me a fucking break. Stop swatting people.
I've literally said to myself,
not okay.
Before, I hope she dies, but I don't actually. But then
No.
this is deadly.
Could be deadly. You can't
Like
swat
that
people.
That fucking guy got swatted.
It did happen
by the Brit, and the cops rolled up. He was armed, and they fucking killed him.
Oftentimes, not often, but a lot of cases that's been the case where someone's been shot in a swatting thing gone wrong.
I don't think it's probably harder to swat a celebrity to death because the local cops, like probably are somewhat aware of her
Fool them
and
twice. I
whatnot.
think now they're not going to go over to her house. Yeah.
Swatting is just so lame in general, but
is
there
lame.
are a lot of conspiracies floating around there that like, is she doing it to herself to get attention? Blah blah blah.
Right. Well, I don't know. It sounds like the first one, was probably legit. The second one, people are calling bullshit on, but we'll see. I mean, you can see the hound dogs are bad this week. And the last one, speaking
Yeah,
of
the
bad,
dogs are barking.
Speaking of bad dogs, the last one is the saddest, and it features 5 very, very bad actual dogs. This was sent in by too many Hive members to even mention. Thank you for your submissions as always. You know who you are. So I'm not going to name all 15 of you that sent this one in, but
I got this one about 15 times DM'd to me.
I bet. 61-year-old Pamela Jane. Let me see if I have a picture. Pamela Jane Rock of Melrose, Florida.
No.
This is a Florida Woman Friday. A
R.I.P.
USPS mail delivery woman was killed when she was mauled to death by 5 dogs after her mail truck broke down near the Demon Dogs. The Putnam County Sheriff's Office did not release the name of the dog's owner, but they did release this picture of the dogs. And Wes, why did they send it to you 15 times? What breed
I
of dog
wonder
is
because
it?
they're all fucking pit bulls.
Every single one of them's a pit bull.
These dogs packed up. They packed up and they killed the mail lady. And look,
They did.
I know we joke about the mail being slow, but this is we love our mail carriers. This is fucked up.
Horrible. This is devastating.
Mail
This is so
carriers run
wrong.
deep in my family. My grandfather for like 4 decades, my father-in-law for multiple decades. So we love the USPS. We
Were they
have
all from
several.
one
Yes.
property?
Yes, one property.
We are a
there's
USPS
at least the
podcast,
5 pit bulls from the one property, and some of the other neighborhood dogs might have joined in, but not been as bad. It was a mess. They were described as mixed, but they were definitely all pit mixes. The neighbors, all of them, like heard her screaming. I guess her like truck broke down, and she was kind of like screwed. She couldn't she got out of the truck, and that's when the dogs just
They probably sabotaged her engine.
they could have
Normal behavior for a dog,
Yeah, well, the neighbors heard her screaming. One came running with a shotgun or a gun and shot it in the air several times even. But by the time the dogs were like off her and the ambulance got to her, they applied 3 tourniquets.
Yeah, she lost all her
3
blood.
fucking tourniquets they had to apply.
Well, I mean,
to-
you can't do. She's 60 how much? I mean, she's a
61.
pretty small lady, and she got attacked by 5 big ass
Pit
pit
bulls.
bulls.
And
I mean,
so she
you can't survive that.
They brought her on the ambulance. She was still alive but bleeding out. She had a cardiac arrest in the ambulance. They revived her, resuscitated her, and then she died again. So it was just the worst, couple hours of her life. Horribly violent ordeal that she then had, like the heart attack and everything. She was scared out of her mind over some stupid, overly aggressive hound dogs.
Pit bulls.
How surprised do you think the owner was? He was probably so. But what? My pits?
Multiple-
No, not my pits.
Multiple calls to this house. They're finally going to kill these fucking
You have to
shithead
put
dogs.
these-
they're
these
dead. They're
pit bulls
being
down.
euthanized. All 5.
Put the fucking owner down too.
They should put the owner down too.
They should.
I mean, the owner, right? Like they should really rehabilitate the pit bulls and then just.
They should let the pit
hit
bulls
the
get
owner
one
in the
last
nuts
taste
every
of
day.
blood on the owner
Yeah,
and
for,
eat
like,
the
the rest
owner,
of
and
his
then
life.
you don't hear a lot of cats attacking people that are hardworking and killing them while they're doing their jobs. By the way, rest in peace to Pamela. More than
It's a
5,400.
good point. Cats don't team up. One, they
Cats
don't. They
have
don't.
never
don't
killed
really
a male
team up.
person. Yeah.
You
and
don't even know that they're fucking with
too
you, though,
small,
Mark.
too
Yeah.
small.
But they're fucking with
to
you.
kill
Or
a male
packs of
person,
Labradors,
thankfully.
More than 5,400.
But Mark, I
postal
would say this
employees.
about cats: if they were big enough, they would kill the shit out of us.
Okay, but you
absolutely.
could say the same about spiders or a
yeah,
lot
it's
of
true.
things.
It's true. It's true.
You can say the thing
But
about-
they're
say about
not.
a lot of
Thankfully, they're
things.
not big enough.
Yeah.
Thankfully.
More than 5,400 postal employees were attacked by dogs in the United States last year.
Yeah.
150,000.
Don't keep them
Please
under.
keep your pit bulls. 5,400 attacks on USPS.
Can we just pass a muzzle law already on these fucking
Yeah, like
animals?
you just don't leave your pit bull out in the yard.
How many turkey attacks?
Everyone
If there's
gets
that many
mail.
dog attacks. It's got to
Right.
be 10,000 turkey attacks.
You own a fucking pit bull if it's outside, gotta have a muzzle on it. Jesus.
I agree. Well, you just don't have them outside during postal service hours.
They
Put
gotta
them in a
pass some.
pen.
They gotta pass some kind of new.
That's
law.
that's pretty tough. I've never been on Wes's pit bull tip, but that's a tough one.
That's a bad one.
When a pack of pit bulls, like their instinct is to just murder this mail carrier.
That's like a Peloton baby
that's
sucking
tough.
incident.
Yeah, that
Like,
is
that's
a tough situation. And I know a lot of nice pit bulls personally.
So
Me too.
so have I. So I've spent a lot of time with some nice pit bulls, but I mean, we can't
That
have
is scary.
can't have 5,400 male people getting attacked. Sorry.
And toddlers.
I doubt these dogs were. Look, it's one thing to pick up a rescue pit that has issues because some other shithead fucked it up. I doubt these dogs were rescue pits. You know what I mean?
Oh, they looked like they were.
the owners were
gonna
pieces of
probably
shit.
fight.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Their ears were all cropped and
There's
shit.
tons of
It was
stories
like
about.
does the postal service person have to like know which house has the shitty pit bulls versus which one
Yeah.
doesn't?
What
That's not
fucking
fair.
repo notice was she serving to these assholes?
I mean, look at the backyard. You know what kind of person lives there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, let's take a trip, boys. We're not going far, and we're only going one place today.
It's time for the TikTok International Moment.
As you can tell by the flag behind me, we're going to Canada, our neighbors to the north. This was disturbing. PTSD. You guys ever heard of it?
Heard of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It stands for
I
post-traumatic
got it when I
stress.
saw Orion's dick.
Yeah. Disorder.
And you can get it too by going to orionscock.com.
.com.
That's right.
Get in there. You're
Coming
gonna
soon.
like
There's a
it.
counter. The counter's live now. So
Yes.
Nice. All right. Good.
Mark, you also probably have a little PTSD from The Rock too.
Yeah, well, they tried to kill me this week when the lightning struck in my backyard and knocked a
Almost
tree.
Trees
Gotcha.
are falling on. Everything that's happened to you since you've obtained The Rock has probably given you a little bit of PTSD.
Right.
So it develops when you have a shocking, scary, dangerous event. A little bit about PTSD from an expert. It's a natural to feel afraid during and after a traumatic situation, right? We have these triggers, split-second changes in the body to help defend against danger to avoid it. That's the fight or flight. Right, exactly. And a typical reaction meant to protect a person from harm. Nearly everyone will experience a range of reactions after trauma, yet most people recover from initial symptoms naturally. In a normal situation, the brain will switch the body from survival mode to a state of restoration. But in PTSD, that switch back never happens, leaving the survivor in a constant state of fear, emergency, panic, just a terrible state to be
That's
in. Right?
terrible.
And
Yeah.
it's similar, I would imagine, to an anxiety disorder, which is where the same thing
100%.
happens.
100%. It occurs predominantly in two groups of people: abused women
Military.
and children, and veterans of war. Luckily for veterans, places like the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs exist where they can get treatment. And unluckily for one Canadian veteran, places like the Canadian Veteran Affairs Department exists. And instead of treating your PTSD with, say, a dog or drugs or therapy, they tell you, hey, you know what really cures PTSD? We stick a little concoction in your arm and you go to sleep and you never wake up. How does that sound?
Euthanization?
Euthanization. Yep, that's right.
For people with PTSD?
That's right. That's what one employee at the
That's one way to deal with it.
Department of Veteran Affairs suggested to a veteran who was looking for help with his PTSD and brain injury. He offered the vet the ultimate cure for what ails you: death. And by the way, assisted suicide is legal in Canada.
For PTSD?
Yeah, well, listen to this, Mark. This
Guy's just a serial killer. Yeah.
Right. So since 2015, assisted suicide is legal in Canada. Yes, I'm here because I can't sleep at night, nightmares, scared. No problem. Just the thing. We'll fill your veins with poison, and then you'll die. You won't have any more nightmares.
That's what you get for complaining.
Right.
We're gonna kill you.
Who's your new best friend, right? So according to Global News, this particular
How old
unnamed,
Wes? How old is this patient?
they did not give many details about the patient, but not old. Not old. Yeah. So this particular unnamed veteran had never even thought of killing himself or assisted suicide as a solution, and was fucking appalled and shocked by the suggestion. His family told Global News that he was seeking treatment for brain injuries he suffered in the line of duty, and that he'd been making improvements to his mental and physical health before
Not
being
enough,
told.
according to the one guy.
Yeah. Oh, not enough. Yes. This isn't fast enough
this
for
guy.
you. We can always kill you.
You're always talking.
Right.
I mean, I know assisted suicide.
It's therapy,
is new.
Doc.
Yeah,
I know
therapist
assisted
is
suicide
like-
is new, but how does this guy not understand that you can't be the one to propose it to this person? There's no chance that if they had protocols for assisted suicide, that it would be something you would market to people.
Is this
Listen,
is this a
they are
technique
marketing
to
it to
scare
people,
you
Will.
to scare you out of your PTSD? Like, we're gonna kill you.
Right?
Canada-
It's conversion therapy.
Yeah, it's
I can convert you to wanting to live.
yeah.
Keep it up.
It's Dr. Leo Marvin's death therapy.
Canada has taken a dark turn. So we've all heard the alarming number of veterans who do kill themselves, especially here in the U.S. 30,000 American service members over the past 20 years. From 2015 to 2019, that increased by 41%.
It's horrible.
But it happens in
Anybody
Canada
who has
too.
a traumatic job. I mean, I think more police die of suicide than like
100%.
on the job, right?
It's
like
terrible.
Yeah, and I was reading a stat about retired police too. Like it's really, really high for once you like. Yeah,
It's got to be for anybody that's in those high stress jobs, firefighters, EMS.
yeah.
It happens in every country. U.S. is really bad. It happens in Canada too. The numbers aren't as high. And the agency did acknowledge the incident. They said they deeply regret what transpired and blah blah blah. But this is where it gets really fucked up, because I started looking into this assisted suicide thing in Canada and did a little deep dive, and they have gone down a slope that is very dangerous up there.
Yeah, Wes. I mean, so Switzerland, we covered in the TikTok International Moment like months ago. They have those new pods, right? They're trying. Swiss people are getting so into it, they're trying to pod people.
But Swiss isn't even anywhere close to Canada. Netherlands and Belgium are up there. So this is an article written on the same day that this other revelation with the Department of Veteran Affairs came out by Ben Woodfinder, the National Post. He wrote just how deep Canada has slid into this whole assisted suicide thing. Quote, after the initial 2015 decision, the then newly elected Liberal government passed legislation that did attempt to place strict boundaries on assisted suicide eligibility. This legislation would have restricted access to mentally competent adults with enduring and intolerable suffering, and in cases where natural death is reasonably foreseeable. So, like, you have terminal cancer.
Suffering being the key word there.
Right. You have terminal cancer. You're definitely going to die. You're suffering. Here you go.
Pain.
We can help you out.
Fair enough.
It also mandated a 10-day reflection period. The article continues, but this legislation, specifically the notion that death must be reasonably foreseeable, was struck down by a Quebec court in 2017 as too restrictive. And Canada now has a medical assistance in dying called MAID, which competent adults whose deaths are not reasonably foreseeable are eligible if they have grievous and irremediable medical condition, like a bad case of the hiccups.
PTSD irremediable.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
this is like what happened when all those people got those dogs and cats that they could bring on the planes, like those pets, like
Service animals?
no, but like
The fake ones?
but the ones that you could just bring on the plane.
Emotional support animal.
Emotional support.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, this sounds like emotional support animal where it's jumped the shark over there in Canada.
Oh, it's
on
gone
the
way
assisted
too far,
suicides,
way
yeah.
too quickly. Obviously,
You
This
just have
is
to fill out a
insane.
form and
in 7 years.
Do you need to acronym an assisted suicide program? But just
they got it.
Right.
Right.
MAID.
No, it's a good point, Pat. You can already tell you're on a slippery slope when you're getting that excited about assisted
We need something
suicide.
catchy,
Right.
something
Let's
like
market
a catchy acronym that people can rolls off the tongue, short,
Right.
serves a dual purpose.
Yeah, it should
that.
be like a
Spent.
room that nobody knows about.
Dead.
That you only get brought to in the most dire of situations.
Oh no, that's not what's happening. So also next year, as if that wasn't bad enough. Next year, starting March 17th, Canada will begin allowing mentally ill individuals to qualify for assisted suicide under this formulation. And it's likely that they will also, the Parliament will in the fall receive a parliamentary report recommending that children deemed competent, so mature minors should also be eligible.
Can you
So
send
if
a
you're-
tip on someone? Like,
If you're a
that you hate?
suicidal kid,
Can you,
you
like,
can go
call in a
get killed
tip?
by the government. Yeah, for let's say, I don't know.
Dude, Canada is crazy. on
It's
this.
like how
They're
Texas's
going down.
transgender bill should be applied, right? Like it's essentially that, but 100.
Yeah. Right. So what? the
Don't
problem
allow
is-
kids to do it.
No, don't allow kids to do it. Listen to this fucked up fact. So there's been a lot of stories of people that were they couldn't afford their basic living standards. They sought out MAID. They wanted the government to kill them. People with bad hearing loss were getting euthanized. They're presenting this way too much to people. And listen to this fucked up. 3.3% of all deaths in Canada in 2021 were assisted deaths.
That's a lot.
Wow.
That's a
That's
lot.
insane.
Yeah. Here's the stat. This
Business
is
is good for MAID.
for in 2018, 4,480 deaths
Say
assisted
they've
suicide.
got it made.
2021, that jumped to almost 10,100. They have almost as many as Belgium and Netherlands, the other two leaders combined.
Canada has 10 times the U.S. Our
Oh, yeah.
population dwarfs their It's like one state having
Not even
that many.
California. Not even
Yeah.
the population in California.
That's insane.
It's fucked up. So one more thing on this, I did some more deep diving, and I found this article by this guy Wan Yi Zhu titled "Why is Canada Euthanizing the Poor?"
Oh,
That's what I'm saying,
shit.
Wes. I was going to say this. I was going to guess this is to get rid of homeless. Before I was going to guess
the
that
mental
before
ill.
you said
Well,
it.
they also
And the
said
mentally ill.
and mentally ill. They're just
This is fucked
euthanizing
up.
homeless.
Yeah, this is just to get rid of fucking people.
And-
What is
and-
Gene Hackman
cost.
for extreme measures?
Yeah.
What does
so
it cost?
Well, right. So
Damn, this is
exactly,
this is
Pat. You're
dirty
on the right.
shit.
So he says in
Costs
this
nothing
article.
to euthanize these people.
Well, no, it costs money, and I'm going to get to that because this is what it's all about. Despite Canadians' government insistence that assisted suicide is all about individual autonomy, it has also kept an eye on the fiscal advantages. Even before Bill C-17, which is that last one that passed in 2017, entered into force, the country's parliamentary budget officer published a report about the cost savings that euthanizing people would create, whereas the old maid
you
regime
can tell this is a money
would
thing.
would save 86.9 million per year in net cost reduction. In the sterile words of the report, Bill C7 would create an additional net savings of $62 million per year. Healthcare, particular for those suffering from chronic conditions, is expensive, but assisted suicide only costs about $2,300 per case.
Right.
And of course,
Costs
those who,
nothing.
yeah. So this saves insurance companies. This saves the government because the government,
Well, if you have no
the government,
homeless people, no mentally ill people,
Right.
you're fine.
Because
Your
the government-
society is smooth.
the government gives you health care up there, right? And wait,
Yeah.
why do we don't want to pay for all these people? So let's just fucking kill them.
Whoa.
Was
Yeah,
that
that's
the
wild,
Guardian
man.
article, Wes?
that was this one. This was
That looked like Time magazine.
Yum,
that looks like
you-
Time or Newsweek.
That's the author.
Yum
author.
Yi Zhu.
Yeah,
gonna
why
be
is
an author,
Canada
right?
euthanizing
Yeah.
the poor?
Yeah.
I found the doctor in charge of this program. It's Gene Hackman.
Gee, oh yeah, I was gonna say, is that Mengele from the
Extreme
Nazis?
measures. He
Yeah,
he was trying to cure cancer, and he just would just only experimented on homeless people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, or this is like Sangler. This Margaret
Yeah.
Sangler has a history. The eugenics people that were one of the first abortion clinic people in America. They had a lot of this similar because they would put them in neighborhoods where they wanted more abortions to occur, and so. This is a similar thing that Canada is now doing, but it's 2022. That was
It's
back
one
in
of
like
those.
1930.
It's one of those for the
Like,
greater good, evil things. Yeah.
well, but this is fucked. This is like way too.
This
like
is
we're supposed to be
fucked up.
progressive at this
Yeah.
point. This is
Right.
that.
No.
This is ultimately
Can't-
regressive.
Canada's just finished apologizing for all the fucking Aborigine kids that they killed at the
Right?
Catholic
They keep
schools.
killing everybody.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I am sorry. We are so sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, that's bad.
I
We
was
are real
gonna
sorry about this.
because we're running long. But go to the if you search MAID Canada, you'll come to their official government page, and they will tell you exactly how to do it.
It
They
just
will
is
tell
a yes
you.
or no button.
Yeah,
You're like,
they
yes,
have it.
no,
They
yeah.
have special
Let's
fucking.
fast track it.
Yeah.
They have no. They literally have special like.
Want to get to the gas chamber today?
Yeah.
They're like
Why is
abortion.
Why is their
clinics up there.
catchphrase "cleaning house"? Made Canada cleaning.
I don't know. Yeah, but no, they literally have like special, like just separate, government buildings specifically that they'll come in. Hey, we'll set you up. No worries.
It says in the form, it says like residency. If you fill it out, you're not available. You're supposed to have no home, and then you're in.
I mean, look, people are getting talked into this shit. Is the bottom line.
Oh, yeah.
And it's fucked up.
That is fucked
That is
up.
so fucked up.
That is dark, Wes.
It was
Even
dark,
for
but
you.
I couldn't. I mean, I couldn't. It was unbelievable.
Once you saw it, yeah, it's one of those things.
Yeah.
Once you see it, you can't unsee it.
You can't go to Canada. They're gonna kill you for whistleblowing.
Dude, it is fucked up. I mean, people
I
are
mean,
people are on it. They're alarmed up there. But
It
they-
seems like
they-
with all the articles you referenced that this is like kind of getting some notoriety that it deserves. Like
this year it is, yes, because of the in March of next year, that's when the kid thing is possibly going to come out, and the mentally ill will be allowed. That's when it's really.
We were
shit's gonna hit
joking
the
about
fan.
not being journalists. I think Wes should get a Pulitzer for this.
Yeah.
yeah, think
I don't
so.
like. I don't like this happening. I like this stuff to happen in America, right, where we're used to fucked up shit happening. I don't like. This
Oh, we
happening
have
in
plenty
Canada.
of fucked up
We
shit.
got-
You think
Oh,
I
Canada
know.
doesn't have some fucking skeletons in the closet? I mean,
I
just
know
look-
they do.
Look at the kids under the fucking church.
Their prime minister,
for one.
their
Yeah.
prime minister still secretly dresses up in blackface every Halloween.
Not only that, he also
Brown
has
face.
like
Yeah,
he also
brown
had a secret affair that got like washed away by the Canadian like establishment. Like, he banged his student when he was at that school, and then they all
yeah, he
got
did.
hushed up. So it's like,
yeah, he did.
yeah, I mean, Canada's got some dirty laundry for
They're
sure.
on to him.
I
They're-
know, I
So
know.
but that's fucked.
He's a
Dirty
hound dog.
undies.
Ow, ow.
Ow! All right, guys, it's the end of the week. You know what that means. We do the high five. What's the high five? Well, it's lots of different things. We bring you up to speed on what's going on in the Heart of Hive. We're going to do some voicemails. We're going to do some reviews. We're going to read some mean comments about us from people that don't know who we are or what we do on Facebook.
I love it. The Facebook comments are my favorite.
Be electric. Okay,
Nice.
First up, guys, I want to get into the voicemails. And here's the deal. If you want to leave a voicemail on the show for consideration to be played on Fridays, all you have to do is call 512 470
1480.
1480. Leave a voicemail.
Nice.
Bam. Questions preferred, prompts preferred. I don't want to hear about your grandmother. I don't want to hear about.
Right, just hop into it. Get into it right away.
Okay.
Or if you want to send a clear one,
Well, yeah,
send
exactly,
it to
yeah.
hardfactorvoicemail@gmail.com.
There you go. Another
Exactly.
recommendation is we have, listeners all over the great country of Canada, which sorry if we bashed you too hard there. And all 50
No, we still
states-
love you, the people.
Yeah, we still love
Please
her.
don't go to
We have
the
so many
maid
Canadians.
facility.
Yeah,
Please.
stay alive. But if you have, information on stories we're doing during the week because you live in the areas, you can always
Bring it
leave
up.
Extra information on a voicemail, like, hey,
Throw it on there.
My neighbor just
Toss
disappeared
it in there.
after going to Maine.
Also,
Yeah.
questions are excellent voicemail submissions.
Add something to the show. One of our frequent callers, who I respect very deeply, he didn't add as much as I wanted him to, so I messed with his voicemail, and you're going to hear that. But first, guys, here we go. VT Danny Dan.
What it do, you gorilla dick and gorilla clip motherfuckers?
Big or
It's
small
BT
clips?
Danny Dan. Just doing a little bit about, guys with a bunch of kids, or i.e. celebrities with a bunch of kids. You guys kind of, no offense, dropped the ball on my man, Phillip Rivers,
Yeah.
a good Christian boy he is. 9 kids, 1 wife, all throughout the time he was playing with the Chargers.
That's impressive.
Still had time to, be there
His wife
and
was
hang out with all his kids. 7 girls, 2 boys. The oldest is 19. I believe the youngest is 2. Fucking crazy. But
a lot of work.
that's pretty much it. Vermont fucking sucks lately. Lots of shootings up here for no reason.
no.
People literally
Oh, no.
stepping on other people's shoes and getting
that's
shot.
not
It's pretty
good.
fucking dumb.
Jeez.
Other than that, help me find a new job, guys. Sales, graphic design. That's about it. Love you all.
Get that new job.
Okay.
too.
VT.
Yeah, Vermont sounds like hell on earth.
It does, and I
Green
think
Mountain Boys up there.
if I'm not mistaken,
weed
Dr.
smokers.
Lickity's originated the "What up, gorilla dick motherfuckers" in that tone. Or did VT Danny Dan?
I think
No, I think VT Danny Dan
It's
did.
been his
They're
intro.
similar.
That's his
Yeah,
calling
he's
card.
been- it's his calling card. Yeah.
VT Danny Dan, but I just does bring up: does a gorilla have a tiny or enormous clit?
You'd have to assume tiny, right?
Yeah, you would think. Because
Well, what do you prefer? Most people prefer a small.
Right, so maybe
Tortoise.
it's huge.
I'm gonna
right?
go
So
bigger
maybe
than
It's
human.
bigger,
clit.
it's bigger than the dick.
Yeah,
Yep,
it's bigger than
the size of a
gorilla
pinky, a male adult human pinky.
dick. The same size as a gorilla dick.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's like the uvula in the back of your
So
throat.
Phillip Rivers, he scored in the 5th quarter too, huh?
So let's talk about this, guys. Yes, Phil Rivers. We were talking about earlier in the show. Mark was covering very prolific seed sowers that are also celebrities.
Yes.
And I didn't know Philip Rivers. That's a lot. Okay. So here's the deal.
Cannon
by the
still
way-
hasn't beat 10.
Someone had 14 kids. Cromartie, I think, has 14
Cromartie, I
kids.
think, has
Yeah.
14.
Cromartie.
Yeah.
Right. But 9's a lot. Okay. And here's the deal. If you join our Patreon, it's patreon.com/hardfactor, right? Here's what you get. You get 2 bonus shows a week, right? If you're in the top tier or the middle tier, which is a Florida Man Friday, and you get a Hive Hour. Hive Hour is us shooting the shit. It's like loose format. It's not news focused necessarily. It's you just get a lot more of our personalities. Florida Man Friday, you know what that is. You also get access to our Discord server, which is where our community hangs out and meets. It's a really cool group of humans from all over the globe who all have different skill sets, jobs, opinions. It's really cool. One of the things we do.
Discuss the episodes, discuss the content. It's a great
yeah.
time in there.
One of the things we do during football season is we have a pool. It's a parlay pool, okay? Here's the deal. We have a voting system. Everyone votes on what team is going to hit
This is
the
for
over,
sending
the
a
under
car only.
in a particular game, okay? And then everyone hits who's going to be the money
Top
line
tier.
winner in a particular game.
You got to
And
be
we
in the
put-
top tier to play with us on Sundays and Saturdays.
Everyone kicks in like $2, right? And
$4, yeah.
and the winning payouts are usually between 300,000 and 1.2 million. split between 50 people ish,
That's
right?
the potential payouts, right? Of hitting
You got to
every
get every
single
game right.
parlay.
I think we
game
went
correctly.
14 for 17 one week, but it was
We
like
missed one
12
game
in a
one week,
row.
right? Yeah.
So we were like going into like Sunday evening with like we thought
It's
it was
gonna
like
happen
50,
this season.
50 chance. Like
Well, it's
gonna
gonna
happen this
happen.
season.
It's gonna happen. That's for
100%.
sure.
Yeah.
So,
It's gonna happen.
as a tie-in to that, guys, to promote that, here's what I'm going to do. I organize this thing, so I usually place the bet. Okay, sometimes if I'll make the bet even, like if it's $48 and I don't know how many people came in, I might throw a 56 on there just so no one gets left out. But here's what I'm going to do, guys. We're going to play a little game with the threes based on Philip Rivers' kids' names. I am going to give you guys 5 outs. Okay, 5 outs. It's like home run derby. If you don't hit a home run, old home run derby. If you don't hit a home run, if you don't name a name of Philip Rivers' kid, okay. You can't look it up. If you don't name a name of Philip Rivers' kid, it's an out. You get 5 of them. We're going to do round robin, okay? And for every correct answer that you get, I'm going to add $20 of my own money to the parlay pool week 1, dramatically increasing the potential payout. So if you guys nail a name that Philip Rivers has sired, okay, and these are all white people names, very white people names, you're going to hear this. Okay. But
I like
but
this
if you
game.
don't get it, if you name a child's name that Philip Rivers has not sired, you're gonna hear this. Got it?
Do you know
Remind us
boys
how
and girls?
many girls and boys he
Yeah,
has
do we know
again,
how many
please?
boys and girls?
There are 7 girls,
2 boys.
Oh.
7 girls.
2 boys,
Okay.
and they are
Yeah,
aged 2 to 19 years old. Mark, you're up first.
I'm gonna
and
go with Philip.
Philip, I'm sorry. Wes,
I thought for sure.
I'm gonna go with Jack.
Remember, there's only 2 boys, so we might want to
know.
start going for girls.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
We should, but I do want to guess Steven because that's his brother's name before we.
Okay.
okay.
Oh.
right.
Sarah.
Paige.
Do I have a guess?
I'm gonna give you
10
you
outs.
have technically 1 out. I'm gonna give you 10 outs. Yeah.
Yeah, 10 outs.
So you have 4 outs
Kate-
right now.
Katie. Or anything like that? Oh.
Kristen.
First one you guessed?
Sarah's the only
Sarah's the only one we got.
Okay.
I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
This is considered to be one of the whitest names of all time, popularized in a song from the early 1990s.
I have no idea.
one. Roxy.
Um,
No.
I'm gonna go with Jessica.
Popularized in the early 1990s.
1990s.
Name of all time.
Yeah, if you might refer to a white
Rosanna.
girl as a
I know. I was gonna say
Becky.
Karen, but is Karen
Becky. Karen.
whose guess is it?
Becky?
It's
Becky.
Will's.
Is 1.
Okay.
Sarah and Rebecca are off the board.
Okay.
7 names still remain.
Have we said Jenny or Jennifer yet?
You have not said that. I'm going to give you another hint. This is a very popular song title. Okay, and it's played at weddings. One of the most popular wedding songs of all time.
You got to get this, Wes.
Yeah, I know. Oh, fuck.
Come on, you
Jesse.
got this. I think you guys have already guessed Jesse, so
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
Jesse.
I'm not gonna dadgummit you there. But it's like that. It's more popular than that. It's bigger than that.
Diana. Like
It's a genre-defining song.
yeah, what's the
It's
song?
huge.
Chant,
It's
you chant-
massive.
Chant her name. Yeah, right.
Yeah, everyone screams it at the bar when they're singing it.
Chant her name.
Caroline.
Caroline.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'm $60 in. I'm gonna give you guys 2 more outs. Let's make it
Were you
quick.
thinking Jesse's girl? I wish
I was.
Jesse's girl.
Are either of his
Jesse's the groom.
are either of his sons' names football related?
So technically,
It's got to be
one.
Kevin.
One you could say is
Kevin's gotta
football
be-
related, but it's in a weird way. And I'll give you one more hint on that. It is the name of the person who played the original Leatherface in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh wow, I don't know
Trey?
that.
And it might also be what you would refer to someone who's that kid's a hell of a.
Oh no way. Is his name Hoss?
All right, one last out.
Kevin.
Dadgummit.
I'm putting an additional $60 into the pot for the first week's NFL parlay. The names are Haley, Caroline, Grace, Gunner, Sarah, Peter, Rebecca, Claire, and Anna. Those are the 9 names.
God.
Gunner and Peter are actually both football terms. So
Is
gunner,
Peter.
A gunner is the person who chases down the punts, and then Peter is what you yell if there's a short punt because you want everybody to get away from it.
It's also what you yell in the locker room when you pull your dick out.
Dadgummit.
Peter.
All right, moving up.
What's up, Hard Factor boys? Dallas Dave here, talking Leeds United. Just got out of my dinghy and on dry land up here in soaking wet Dallas.
Oh,
Leeds are looking pretty good, sitting on 7 points. Let's get another 3 this weekend in Brighton. The American takeover is underway. Tyler Adams, Jesse Marsh, Brendan Aronson, and Jack Harrison even went to prep school in Massachusetts actually as well, so you can throw him in there as an American. So shout out to all the Americans on the team. And I wanted to give another special shout out to a good American friend of mine, Sean. He just got back from a deployment in the Navy, thanks to one of the senators from California that was almost extended because he was in the Western Pacific. And you can imagine what was going on there this summer.
oh wow, yeah.
But he's back in America. He's coming to visit, and he'll be listening to this. Big Hard Factor fan, big Leeds fan. And he's
Yes,
just
Sean.
selected to Lieutenant Commander in the Navy as well. So
Congrats,
pour one
Sean.
out, raise a
There we
toast,
go.
pat on the back, attaboy. So good for him, and good for any of you other sailors or Marines out there who are just getting back from deployment. Don't blow all that post-deployment cash on a 50% interest rate Camaro.
Oh, you know
Have
they're
a good
gonna.
weekend, everybody. HAGFD and MOT.
That's how we get laid. Thanks,
Hey
Dallas
boys,
Dave.
Tony from PA here. So I have a very strong feeling that intern Jackson and I are among the youngest Hardo Hive members. We were on the same trivia team a couple weeks ago. Just turned 23, going for my master's in sport management.
Nice.
I forget what show it was, if it was Mondays or Tuesdays, but you said you wouldn't share your GPA because you guys were kind of dirty dogs. But I was a commuter, so I didn't have time to be a dirty dog. I graduated with a 3.93 GPA.
I was doing real good, yeah.
I was salutatorian in the college, and hopefully I can do that with a master's degree.
Stay in school and say no to drugs, yeah.
Maybe even valedictorian,
The cream.
but time will tell.
In just a little while, I'm going to be walking down that aisle.
But I guess I just wanted to know if there were any other younger Hardo Hive members here. I've been with you guys since 2018. I was 18 when I started, so kind of weird that it's been that long. But anyways, have a great fucking weekend, boys.
Good morning, boys.
Okay, so that was Tony from PA's actual dog bark that I messed with a little bit. Yeah, okay. GPA real quick. High school 2.7 and 1180 on the SATs. I believe that's what it was. Anyone, you don't have to share, but I was a real slacker.
High school, I had a 3.5 and a 1340, and then in college, I had a 2.5.
And I had an NA.
Yeah.
Okay.
High school was a 3.9 and a 14.30 on the SATs, and pass on college.
There you go.
2.9, 1190.
There you go. I'm the worst. Moving on.
What was your college? Do you remember?
Oh,
My-
God. Well,
same
when I
as yours.
finally finished,
Well,
it was
mine was same as yours.
definitely
2.9,
like at least a 3.0.
Oh, nice.
I was like,
At least.
2.9.
When I finished after 6 years.
Back in 2014.
Right. Yep. I almost didn't finish, and then like a counselor was like, "Hey, you're gonna have to like get A's your junior and senior year after this horrible sophomore year if you want to graduate." And then I was like, "Oh, okay." So I pulled it up from like a 1.6, I think is the lowest it got up there.
Hey, that's
Also-
impressive. Will.
Also, for Tony and the people out there that are his age, that was out of 1,600, not 2,400.
Yeah, idiots. Okay,
right.
moving.
That's
yeah.
right. We had
So
good
my
scores.
1180 doesn't
Back in
sound
the-
so bad.
Back in the day, we didn't
Yeah,
have.
exactly. Those were good scores.
Good enough to get an LSU. That's all that matters.
Amish Brock calling in with not your Amish fact of the week, but some breaking Amish news. Now, this just came out within the last couple days that there was an armed raid of an Amish farm by the U.S. government. And taking a look at it, thank God that it happened, because this bastard, Amos Miller of Pennsylvania, I can only assume it's Lancaster because I don't know where else these fuckers live. He has been selling unregulated milk, and it has caused a fatal listeria outbreak. So, yeah, they stormed this guy's farm. They didn't kill him, it sounds like, but they definitely put the hurting on him. So don't be drinking milk from Amish farms anytime soon, because this bastard just gets off on killing people, it looks like. So doesn't surprise me, honestly. But just keep an eye out for milk coming from Amish farms, especially if it doesn't have any tags on it, or you're getting it out of the glass jugs that they sell it from. So have a great fucking week, boys, and stay away from the Amish milk.
Yeah.
Thank you, Amish.
All right. Let's talk about this, guys. I want to get into this story a little bit. So Amos Miller, right? He has a farm for years, has been selling unpasteurized, unregulated products, milk,
Well, for time
meat,
out.
dairy.
Why are you and Amish Brock having to warn people not to drink Amish milk? That seems
Hold
like
on. We
the
know
most obvious thing of all time.
Well, we got to
You
get
don't
into
go
this
to a
because
random Amish guy's farm and ask him for
this
milk.
blew up.
Didn't the ice cream too? They have like the bunch of them have like ice
So
cream.
remember,
Yeah.
listeria will kill you, right?
Yeah.
Listeria is what essentially set Bluebell back 10 years,
Uncle Mo
right?
or some shit, right?
So this
Had
guy
some
Amos Miller,
contaminated ice cream too.
he has a private buyers club of about 4,000 people that buy his stuff, and he said in a 2021 interview that I would have played for you, but he refused to be photographed, so it's just his voice, and he's saying that people, they use it as medicine. It's very healing to the body because it's raw. Okay,
It's like a cleanse.
Exactly.
Gets it
So
all out. Yeah.
in 2014, there were
Completely
two.
untreated.
It's either that or Drano.
Totally unsterile. It can get you very sick.
Yeah.
Yes. So in 2014, there was a listeria outbreak. In 2016, they traced it back to milk sold from Miller's organic farm. Both infected people had to be hospitalized, and one straight up died. So that's what's going on. And this is what's happened, guys. There's a conservative commentator named Jerry Lawfredo who went on Tucker Carlson to talk about how the Amish are being targeted for not playing by the government's rule book. Okay. And the other night on Tucker Carlson, Tucker said, Tucker spun it like this: the Biden administration has launched a war on small farmers, stating that the U.S. Marshals raided an Amish farm in Pennsylvania. And then Tucker said, maybe if he promises to put more chemicals in the milk to turn kids trans, they'll lay off. No one during the interview talked about the fucking people that died whatsoever. and it's become a far right talking point about how the Biden administration is attacking these farms, and it's spawned a ton of videos like the one I'm about to play for you guys from a YouTuber named MD Creekmore, and this video is titled "This Pisses Me Off." And here we go again. MD, here's a brief bit of MD.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Or welcome to your first time here. Over the past several days, I've gotten probably 10 or 15 emails asking me what I thought about the federal agents raiding the Amish organic farm in Pennsylvania. And I think that was the U.S. Marshals that did the raid. And you would think that the U.S. Marshals would have actual criminals to go after. But instead, they are going in fully armed, full tactical gear, most likely.
Probably.
Guns drawn, raiding an Amish organic farm. Because they want to stop production. They want to stop this farm from production. They want to stop this farm from being independent. And they want to stop this farm from providing food to the masses.
Why is that?
And it's all because they want total and full control.
Oh.
They don't want this to be an example to other people who might start up similar operations to this. They know.
Has he read any of those books?
If people see this working,
no chance.
And they're actually making money.
He also didn't read the article.
Gasoline, for example, without tractors and things like that, without fertilizer. It's all totally organic, done by
It's
horses,
about the deaths of the people
manure, compost.
Yeah.
They're working this farm. They're providing food. I think it was to 4,000 customers. They provided food for.
Yeah, MD Creekmore.
Can you put it back up and hit pause?
Yeah.
And
I want
the
Wes to
federal
look at
government.
that.
Yeah.
What is that in the back?
Wes, grade his background. Yeah.
What is
please.
that in the back?
Oh, on the left. Well, it's like
symbol,
a nuclear
yeah.
fallout thing, is what it
like
looks
a
like.
racist nuclear fallout.
Yeah.
No. That's
yeah.
like an old Tennessee flag, I think.
Is it?
Yeah, the 3 stars inside the circle.
I was thinking
Oh,
like
you're
West, like a
right.
biohazard.
Very
Okay.
racist. You're right, Will.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like an old timey Tennessee state of.
Are those
Tennessee
dogs
flag.
in the background too?
Yeah,
They're
those
like
are dogs.
Wolves and bears.
Oh
and-
wait, that's the current state of Tennessee flag. Yikes, Wes. What do you think about that?
That's
Well,
tough.
I mean, it makes sense, doesn't it?
Come on, Tennessee. Time to.
It's a little, yeah. So
Times.
I just left there. It's a little backwards. No, but it was funny to see how these fucking Amish are killing people, and it was politicized and manipulated, and now
Well,
people are
you
saying
know,
that they're coming after the
I
small
don't think
farmers.
He's been great to all farmers, but
There's big ol'
this one was a miss from that guy.
Yeah, this
Big
pisses
Olaf.
me off.
He needs to get shut down. I mean, he's killing people. But Pat, you said Tucker Carlson is suggesting that chemicals are making people trans.
Yes,
How-
I'm sorry. That's what he said.
How is
Maybe
that?
if they put
like-
some chemicals in it that turn the kids trans. They
So
wouldn't.
Alex Jones gets banned. I mean, I get the Sandy Hook stuff, but he gets banned for saying like frogs are turning gay.
Yeah.
But this guy can go on Fox and say that chemicals and shit is turning.
That's what people are
trans.
saying. Now Tucker deadpanned it, 100%
Yes,
deadpanned it,
that's
but
the
he
difference.
can
Tucker
always
doesn't
claim that he did it as a
scream.
joke.
Tucker doesn't scream. He's got the bow tie. He looks put together. And
I
so
would
he's-
argue that frogs turning gay is probably also a joke. The thing is
Not
that,
how
like-
Alex was telling it.
Yeah, but Alex says
It's
everything
funny.
like it's real.
It is
yeah,
funny.
I mean, like
really
It is funny.
Isn't chemicals actually turning real people trans much more of an
Controversial?
inflammatory thing?
Yeah.
And it's being said on national like media and like not on like fucking InfoWars.
Well, I
on a
think you misheard.
stream.
He said maybe
thought
they
about it
should.
like that.
He's saying they're not doing it yet. Maybe in the future they.
If they
want
were
to,
doing
yes,
that, maybe
if they
they'd leave
were
these
to do
Amish
it,
farmers
yes.
alone if they were trans.
He's saying
kids
it's
up.
it's scientifically possible.
Oh, that's just his hypothetical, right?
hypothetical,
Well,
yeah.
that seems like a much more inflammatory statement than a lot of this shit.
Anyway, there's the bullshit
Raises the
machine.
eyebrow.
And for some reason, our boy MD Crackmore has more views on his video than we do this. So let's change that because we don't feed you bullshit on this fucking show. Okay, moving on, guys.
We just discussed the bullshit.
did
We
have
just
a-
discussed the
hash
bullshit.
He
out.
did have a phenomenal accent.
Yeah,
He did.
Let
It was
me
one of
tell
the
you
thickest I've
We
ever
gotta
heard in
start
my life.
dipping-
10 out of 10 voice.
Spock's talking real slow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
We gotta-
could you see the government and then
That guy's
What do
voice
I
is
think
better
about
than our
this?
voices.
And the federal marshals raided all in their tactical gear, probably, most likely.
Yeah, that was awesome.
No, I don't know.
Probably
whatsoever.
muttering fucking farmers, you know.
Yeah. They slapped Amos with a bunch of funds. Okay, let's get into messages, comments, guys. First up, we have a message, a direct message to our Facebook account, if I can find it, and I think I can, from a guy named,
Yes.
this is from Goran Tesgarik, and he says, "Fuck you, you stupid Nazi supporters. You guys are incredibly stupid. You prefer to sell T-shirts and other unnecessary things, and you'd better avoid the comments about the war in the Ukraine. You need to know a lot of history and a lot of other things, but for your little bird brains in your hollow and empty heads, it's absolutely too much." And then he linked to a video for us to watch. And I was like, let's check the video out.
I missed the video.
Do things in style, and it looks like another major event is on the cards.
Oh, it's like about how
Moscow's
Belarus is about to just
special
crush
operation in
Ukraine.
has
Nice,
paralyzed
Goran.
the Zelensky
This is from a media network called TFI, The Frustrated
Western
Indian.
aid to prolong the
Right.
conflict.
This
So
guy's
Goran is just like
That's awesome.
ultra
Russians have not
Russian,
yet
wants
exposed the Ukrainians
Ukraine to be
with their
smashed by
real-time
Russia.
Look at Putin
Thinks
on
they're all
the list
Nazis. Yeah.
because the
Yeah,
Russian
okay.
president
All right, Goran.
Yeah, he was essentially saying that that Putin was toying with them, allowing. It was just great Russian propaganda.
Right, that's why
Really
he's
good.
demanding 100,000 more troops because his losses are so heavy. It's all just a ploy. He's playing
You're
brainwash.
brainwashed,
Definitely
Goran.
more
You're right,
Nazis.
Goran.
There's
He's
definitely
totally
more Nazis in
fucking winning.
Belarus, and definitely more Nazis in Russia than there are in Ukraine.
No,
Ukraine
Goran
has
won.
some bad apples for sure. But
Goran baited us and he won. You know,
yeah.
he
Well,
gave some attention.
He blocked us, so we couldn't respond. He just he just rode away.
He has a really cool
is a-
picture of an owl in his just an owl flying.
No, Pete, that pisses people off, man. I'm telling you, I had to step in on somebody who was they were like shit talking our Ukraine fist shirt. So I had to like say like, what are you, a big Putin guy? You know, like the Ukraine
And
stuff.
then they said,
the Putin
yes.
stands are out in full force for some.
Well, they're
reason.
Russian trolls, so they're Russian
It's just-
government trolls.
It's just
Can
annoying.
Can I tell you guys a real quick story about that Ukraine shirt?
Yeah.
So I was wearing it the other day on the show, right? And after the show, I went to meet up with a client from my other in the wedding business, and I
Right.
knew her last name was Polish. So I was, I luckily had the shirt on, and I was like, oh, this is gonna go over well.
Should.
I get to the we met at like a sausage. What's the famous sausage place in Austin?
Frank or
Easy Tiger. We met at Easy Tiger.
It ends in SKI, is what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly. Ends in SKI. And I get there, and she's like, "Oh, this is my fiance and his mom, and they're from Ukraine." Straight up Ukraine. He's Ukrainian. His mom is like is a woman, a 80-year-old woman that came over from Ukraine, doesn't speak a lick of English.
She starts talking to you.
I pointed at the shirt.
You're out of your depth.
Yeah.
Wes is out of his depth now.
I was holding court with this shirt though because they were so impressed by it.
They're probably that you support Ukraine. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I shared them the website, and then like they were so impressed that I was wearing this charity shirt for their fucking country. It was
awesome.
It was amazing.
I thought maybe you were gonna get caught up in like some political nuance that you didn't know about or something.
No. Yeah,
she's like, order us the food Ukrainian style.
It was just the best first impression I've ever made in my life.
That's awesome. Yeah, I've been following the heavyweight champ Usyk a lot, and I think that he just kind of is like happy if people support their right to live in Kiev.
Yeah.
So
there you go.
Yeah.
It's not surprising that Russia's having a tough time with Ukraine. Ukraine's got like a William Wallace style blood in all of them because they had the Klitschko brothers. They got this Usyk guy. They had that one
Louis C.K.
They had the one MMA guy who did die. He was in the Azov group or the
Can't get rid of him.
brigade. But they seem to be very tough individual humans that can like take 10-on-1
tough people.
type.
Love.
about
They also like if they get injured, they'll just drink vodka till they're uninjured, and then they'll be right back at it.
Yeah, they call it rehab. All right, guys. Next
fight with the Ukrainian.
The next DM direct message is from Scott Trenery, and Scott ruins pickles for you guys. This is just random. This is unprompted. This is just from Scott, unprompted, cold. Fact: don't ever get pickles when you eat out. I've known people that pissed in the pickle buckets at some fast food places I worked at in the past.
Why, Scott?
This is like everybody gets it. Like if you have anything white, it could have spit or jizz in it. If you have anything with liquid, it could have piss in it. Yes,
because the pickle jar is like yellowish liquid, so they would just pee in the liquid
know.
because you never know.
All right,
Scott just wanted you to know that, so I'm sharing.
Thanks, Scott. Yeah,
I am the messenger, but the messenger, guys. Okay, moving on to a comment on our Martha Bueno video. You may remember Martha Bueno. She's the OnlyFans candidate from the 13th
district. Pull it out.
She didn't pull it out. Well, the wheel knows. Unfortunately,
the wheel knows all. I mean,
the wheel knows. So on the video, guys, it was a clip where Martha was talking about her relative success outside of OnlyFans in other business ventures. Right? She said that she was involved in a company that was Inc. magazine's top 100. It was 97, right? And to that, guys, our guy Will Osterell says, my bro-in-law started one of the top 6 fastest growing companies in the world, and she's bragging about being 97 in America.
Whoa.
Nothing to brag about, lady.
Wow, your brother-in-law, you fucking loser.
It's incredible. It's incredible that Will's hands could fit over his giant penis to type
over
that
his
out.
brother-in-law's cock.
Will just had to share that.
My brother-in-law is the best. My brother-in-law fucks the shit out of my sister.
My sister made such a great choice.
Yeah.
Calls his brother-in-law. Just spreading the good word about you today, bro.
Good God.
Some dumb bitch.
A couple of in his blood.
Oh, he's a great guy.
Dumb bitch doesn't even know about you, so I told him.
I always tell my sister if she divorces him, I'll marry him. I cried at the wedding.
Jesus.
What a loser. Good point.
Then he went on with his day. He said that. Anyway, okay. And guys, finally, 5-star reviews.
Best.
Here's the deal. I was going to put another one up there, but I can't, and I'll explain to you maybe another week when things turn a positive direction for the subject of the story. But guys, 5-star reviews. Here's the deal. Apple Podcasts, it does make our show look very good if we have a 5-star review. So we do encourage you to go on Apple Podcasts, give a 5-star review and write something, a comment, something about the show. And if you write it and you say it and it's not shitty, we'll read it verbatim. That's the deal. And we have 3 this week. We may have read this one last week, but I'm just going to do it just in case. ONB98, what a show. Long-time listener, several-time reviewer. I love the boys. Great way to start my day.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
This is from Loot Stealth Review. What up, Kings? It's Lombard Trucking. Stole my friend's phone to drop a 5-star.
Nice.
Let's go, HHEFD.
Nice,
Always out there putting it in.
Nice, Lombard.
And finally, guys, this is from Tail Mache saying, this show makes me feel better than an orca laying on a yacht off the coast of Portugal.
Boom. Orion has asked. Show him the Orion.
That is luxurious. That's a good point, Mark. Here you go. You'll feel like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you feel when you listen to Hard Factor. Powerful.
So yeah, guys, we're in season 2 of Hard Factor. We're at the first 1,000 behind us, the next 1,000 ahead of us. Here's what you can do to help Hard Factor. Tell someone about Hard Factor. There's nothing cooler. And also, Tony from PA, thank you. I do want to hear from younger people. We want to hear from younger people who listen to the show.
We have a lot of younger people. To answer Tony's question, there's a lot of people his age.
Yeah, there's a lot of people, man. Like, and so like where we get our listeners from is just word of mouth. Like Pat's saying, just tell your friends about it. You know, that's a show. If we do something for you that you think improves your week, you know, on a daily, weekly basis, just let somebody know about it if it comes up in conversation. Yep. Also the you know, social media. Like now that we're posting a lot more videos, saving those, sharing those with your friends, you know, just text somebody if you know somebody's big into that social media site, you know, text them one of our videos if it comes up. That's the best way to help us grow if you want to help the pod.
And if you don't, we're all going to turn into MD Creekmore, okay? Who's not a medical doctor. Those MDs are that's a total coincidence.
We'll just split into 4 different shows where we all mimic him.
Yeah. Talk slow, spew bullshit, and get you riled up for no reason, probably.
There's a flag behind me.
They were probably all tactical up with, full-on assault rifles using a very, very intense force, probably.
I want to have tactical gear hanging on the wall in my solo show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it'll just be nothing but an arsenal behind me.
I might get a mannequin geared up.
But seriously, do tell a friend about the show. And I will say this: there's nothing cooler, right? We know that we do a 5-day a week, hour-long show per day. It's heavy. People they come, they go. We have our daily listeners. We have people that check with us weekly. We have people check with us monthly. We love hearing about new listeners who hear about the show organically because that's how we're going to grow. And we deeply appreciate you. So just please spread it. Let's get the wheel up so we can figure out who's doing the jobs at the top of next week.
Spread them.
This is first going to spin for who's going to do this job, the high five, next Friday.
Wesley.
Ooh, Wes's first high five.
No, I've had it one time.
Oh, you've had it one time.
I've had it one time.
West. All right, let's spin this daddy again to see who's going to be doing the cup of coffee in the big time Monday morning.
Okay. That's going to be me.
That's a big mark. And finally, who's going to be covering the international stories on Monday? TikTok International Moment. Could be me, could be Will, could be Wes. Who knows?
Great job with the high five today, Pat.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. That was a good one, Pat.
And that is Wesley on Monday doing the international. So, guys, get out there and have an awesome, amazing, absolutely immaculate fucking weekend.